but I know what it takes. Someone.
Hello, and welcome back to the Barca Hub. This is the tactical preview for the big Barcelona versus Sevilla game, where I will tell you how can both the teams attack, defend, and counter each other's strategies. So let's do this. First of all, let us take a look at the formations that both teams will use. For Barcelona, the lineup would be the same with just one change. Lenglet is suspended because of a red card and therefore he will be replaced by Araujo. Neto in goal, who has been pretty good, Jordi Alba as left back, PK as left centre back, Araujo as right centre back, and Sergio Roberto as right back. In the midfield, we will see De Jong and Busquets as double pivot, Coutinho on top of them, Fati on his left, Griezmann on his right, and Messi leading the attack. For Sevilla, the formation will be the same as they used against Levante. Bono at goal, Conde and Carlos as centre backs, who are very strong, especially Conde. So we have to find a way to get past them. Rakitic will also try to influence the game in the midfield. Now let us take a look at Barcelona's build-up play. Case 1. Neto passes the ball to PK or Araujo. De Jong drops deep to receive it. As a result, Coutinho also drops deep and Messi then occupies Coutinho's position. Coutinho then passes the ball to Jordi Alba or Fati. The other one of those two get forward to attack. If it is Jordi Alba, he will then try to connect with Messi as he usually does, or he can also give crosses to Griezmann like he did in the previous game. And if it is Ansu Fati, then he will either directly shoot or will try to connect with Messi. Case 2. De Jong becomes the third centre back and now both the full backs become wing backs. Busquets drop deep to collect the ball with Coutinho just ahead of him. Griezmann comes deep and pulls defender with him. That creates space for Roberto, who can then go forward and connect with Messi or even Coutinho. Case 3. Jordi Alba becomes third centre back. As a result, Ansu Fati becomes left midfielder. Coutinho can then occupy the space. He collects the ball goes to Messi, and Messi dances with 2 to 3 defenders. Either he shoots or creates chances for Griezmann on right, Coutinho on left, or gives a slide back pass to De Jong or Busquets, who can then give long chipped passes to the wingers. Case 4. PK tries to break the line same way as Lenglet did, but this can be hard because PK is right-footed player. In the attacking side, we can also see Messi and Griezmann interchanging position too frequently because they can then cause a damage to the opposition's defense and they can destructurize them. Now the question is, how will Sevilla try to stop us? They will create a mid block as you can see in this picture. They will try to stop all the player between the line movements of Coutinho and De Jong, but I am pretty sure these two guys will find a way. As a result of this, our fullbacks will now become free and they can hamper both the flanks. But it will be interesting to see who wins the midfield battle because the one who wins the midfield battle wins the match. Now let us see how can Sevilla build up and how can Barcelona stop them. Sevilla like to play short passes and like to play slowly as we have seen in the previous games. Barcelona will go for a man-to-man press and will not allow them to circulate the ball that easily and we will try to suffocate them. I'm not going too deep into Sevilla's tactics because for us how Barcelona plays is more important than how Sevilla plays. My prediction is Barcelona 2-0 or 3-1. I want Barcelona to keep a clean sheet again, but let's see how things go and let us play that we can continue the form that we are having from the last two games. So that was it for today guys. Get ready for the game because this is going to be an impressive one. Stay tuned to the channel, subscribe the channel, like the video, share the video, and as always, Visca El Barça.
I never made it, but I know what it takes.